Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. Tonight we are driving the brand new, or basically it's the latest model. It's not brand new because it's a 2024 facelift basically, but it's quite the latest version of Toyota Yaris, and we will drive it in the nighttime because last time when I had the car I didn't have too much time to drive it, to review it in detail, but this time I have the car for 3 days and I definitely have more chance and more time with the car, so I can go in more deep details. And tonight I have with me the dynamic version. That means it's somewhere in the middle. I know in many countries the trim levels are different, and this trim level that I have with me sits somewhere in the middle. It's dynamic, they call it here. So that means it's not the entry-level version which came with the normal halogen headlamps. This is coming with full LED, daytime running light, low beam, high beam, it's full LED. Also it has the fog lamps down here, but I will make a separate video about the lights. And also on the rear it comes with full LED, which is pretty good. 16-inch rims, it starts at 15 on the entry-level version. On this version we have 16-inch rims, also something extra on the car. Keyless entrance, electric folding mirrors on this version. It's not exclusive, the top of the range version, but it is a pretty good, I would say, good value for the money that you pay if you get this option, because you have almost everything you need. And by the way, the engine, it's 116 horsepower, is not the 130 horsepower which I already drive before and review, and I have a few videos on my channel. And by the way, if you want to see the car, buy the car, test drive the car, if you're in Romania, Bucharest, definitely check out Toyota Bucharest South. They are super nice, they will help you with everything. Regarding the interior lights and exterior lights, we will talk in a separate video. In this video we will drive it and we will enjoy the car. It's super cold outside today, the winter is here basically. You have also an ambient light here, and otherwise interior look just like this. Pretty simple, pretty basic. And the cool part is that they kind of try to save some cost. They try to offer you a pretty reliable engine, powertrain, safety features, stuff like that. And that's why most of the materials inside the car, they are pretty basic, and you don't have crazy fancy ambient light. But you have 10 years warranty, you have a super reliable car with a super efficient hybrid system. We will talk about that, of course, in a test drive video in the daytime. Here you can adjust the headlamps, and I will show you in this video. And also here you have a button where you can activate the automatic high beam. How you start the car: press the brake, press the power button, and right now it's on. Here you have automatic, you can see automatic high beam, and here you have the possibility to adjust manually the position of the lights. And we will go on a dark street and I will show you how it works. So I will leave it all the way up right now. On this version that I have with me, it's full LED, low beam and high beam. Up here you have also 2 LED lights, which are very useful. And let me put the seatbelt. As we go in this video, I'm not going to talk too much about the technical data and stuff like that, because I will have a separate video on my channel where I explain you everything, how it works, this car. So definitely check out the test drive video in the daytime, check out the consumption video, check out the full review where I explain you everything, interior, exterior, stuff like that about the car. Anyway, the price starts around 19,000 euro here in Romania, around 20,000, and it can go up to 30,000 for the GR Sport version. But I think the best value for the money, it's this version right here, which we have the entry-level version is also best. Or if you don't get the entry level, just go for the next level, next, and then you get heated seats, heated steering wheel, and you get those LED headlamps. So I will definitely go for the version with those LED headlamps, because in the nighttime they're much more useful. Let's drive it, guys. Let me stop the lights, put it in drive, and we will drive it. By the way, the car have 3 different driving modes: Eco, Power, and Normal. We will drive in Eco mode tonight. It makes no sense to change these modes, but we will test it as we go in a different video. So definitely check out that video as well. We will basically focus on the ambient in the nighttime. The cool part is that with this 9-inch screen you can also connect wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and also the cool thing is that it's positioned pretty good, so you have a good visibility around the car. Also on this version you get parking sensors, which is great, front and rear, and you have also a reverse camera, which I will show you a little bit later in this video. Oh, I forget to reset the consumption, which I will do it right now. Okay, now it's 0, so it starts with 0. So we can see also the consumption, because today I was quite impressed with the numbers that this car can get. So I get such a good consumption a little bit earlier in super heavy traffic, and lucky me, I kind of filmed that, I document that. So if you want to see it, check out the consumption test video on the channel. This is the low beam, and this is the way it looks. We will go on some darker street a little bit forward, so you can make an idea. This is the low beam and this is the high beam right now. This is the difference between low and high beam. Low beam, high beam, low beam, high beam. So you can see it's super powerful. So on this version with the full LED, it's really good. The lights are really good, and you can also adjust them from down here. Check this out. You can go all the way down close to the car, which is very close to the car, or you can go all the way forward, which is just perfect. And you see everything. You don't even need the high beam, even though if you need it, you can activate it from here, but it works also automatic in terms of high beam and low beam, which is also another extra. Otherwise, I like the fact that the car drives really nice, really agile, really smooth. It's also pretty nice ambient. You see all the buttons. Behind every single button you have this white light, which is quite dimmed, and overall it's a pleasant driving feeling. This is the high beam, this is the low beam, and this is the way it looks. Now we will go also in the city and also a little bit on the highway, so you can make an idea on what to expect from the car. But overall, I would say the headlamps, full LED headlamps, are more than enough for every situations. And yeah, I think most of the people that will buy this car, they will basically drive in the city where it's a lot of lights. But even if you go somewhere where is no light, outside the city, I think will be perfect with those headlamps. You know, the entry-level version make a lot of sense as well if you will drive, you know, in the city. You know, when you drive in the city like here, right, you have plenty of light already, so it doesn't matter which type of headlamps you have right now in this kind of situation. But if you're driving, you know, if you're living in a village, smaller, where you have streets with no lights, then yeah, the full LED, they are really fine. Now it's super cold outside, 7 degrees, but it feels like 0 degrees or something like that. Usually I take the jacket off when I do those test drives, but this time, man, today I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's too much. I don't know why. Oh, I don't know why it feels so cold. Usually I do it, but yeah, tonight it's a special night. It's the winter. It's just coming now, so I'm trying to get used with it. Anyway, overall, it's very silent. It comes with a 1.5 liter petrol engine, 3 cylinders, plus an electric motor, plus a battery, 0.76 kilowatt hour battery. The electric motor have a power of 80 horsepower on this version, and on the 130 horsepower version it has 85 horsepower, so it's more powerful. And the petrol engine is basically the same on both versions, 92 horsepower. Together it makes more than 116 horsepower, right? Together it's around 170, around there. But you know, they calculate like that. Hybrid systems are a little bit more complicated. It comes with e-CVT transmission, which is very linear, very smooth in terms of driving. You know, at low speeds, under 30 km per hour, most of the time the car will drive in electric mode. And it's very linear, very smooth. As long as you don't push it very hard, you won't going to hear too much noise from the engine, from the revs. But when you push it harder, you hear some noise. Yeah, what it's like, the thing that they could improve on this car is the sound insulation, at least at high speeds, over 110, 120. We will test it also in the test drive video, and I will show you. There it's a little bit a place where the car can be improved, but otherwise the seat seems to be good for me, at least for there are textile material, they are on the stiffer side. Will be nice if they were a little bit, just a little bit softer, maybe for long distances. For short trips they are great. They're also more solid, they will last longer if they are stiffer. But if you go at long distances, those stiffer seats might affect you probably just a little bit. Otherwise, I don't know, the sound insulation in the city, even if you have those people from other places that listen super strong music, you're not going to be bothered too much by the surroundings in the city. But outside the city, where you drive at higher speed, then it's something else, because there is like also wind and tire noise, and it comes noise from outside as well. But otherwise in the city it's quite fine. Suspension seems to be fine, good setup. It's not bad for such a small car. I think they're well balanced. MacPherson independent on the front and Torsion beam on the rear. Also, the car is pretty quick because you have that strong electric motor. So 80 horsepower for an electric motor, it's really much. I know electric cars, full electric cars, that doesn't have 80 horsepower. And this is quick. I mean, from the traffic lights, you accelerate super quick. It's very responsive, it's very linear. I like that a lot. It sits really well on the road, and surprisingly, you have a pretty tall driving position for such a small car, so I feel like I'm staying a little bit higher, which is great. I mean, in terms of visibility, big mirrors, great visibility, big windows. This is really good. So I felt like I can get used with the car super easy, which is very important when you get a new car. Outside it's a little bit foggy, guys, so and that's why. Look at this, it's so quick, it's so responsive. I can go immediately in place. When I need to be first, I can be first. So that's very important. It's not a very quick 0 to 100, but it's a very quick 0 to 50. Look at this. And also here it goes super quick. I love that. And also look, you accelerate, you hear a little bit of the engine. Also it's 3 cylinders, so you notice a little bit from the noise, but it's quite fine, it's quite well balanced. So the fact that it has that huge help from the electric motor, it's a big help from my point of view. You can also activate the cruise control, adaptive cruise control from here, just pressing this button, set the speed, and the car have also this lane assist and adaptive cruise control, which is great. I mean, for such a small car, which you mostly drive in the city, it's fantastic to have this system that hold you between the lanes, accelerate, brake, keep the distance, and stuff like that. And anyway, about that we will talk in a test drive video, so definitely check out that video. Let's go out here off the highway, and then we go also on some smaller streets. Now, when you release the acceleration pedal, the car will recuperate a little bit of energy, maybe slightly 5% or something like that in terms of power of brake. But you have another mode, B mode, but B mode is not for recuperation. B mode is more for the engine brake. It helps you when you go downhill to not use the brakes, physical brakes, as much. And also it's great in the winter when you want to do the engine brake, you know, automatic transmissions on winter, on ice, you need some engine brake, so you can do it from this, which is good. So yeah, and it has also some other functions, but overall those are the main one. Okay, so Otherwise, when it comes to night drive, I think the screens are perfectly positioned. You can dim them down. I think it's a nice, simple, basic ambient. So from this point of view, you can also make yourself an idea. I like also these sounds and noise when you turn the signal and all that warning sounds. They sound so silent and pleasant somehow, and they are not intrusive, which is very important for me. I think it's really good. The engine was basically cold when we started driving, so the driving was directly, so I didn't drive before I start this video. So when you take in consideration the consumption, we take in consideration that we start with the car cold, and also we can take into consideration the fact that I forget to start the climatic system and now it's still off, and I'm not going to turn it on because we did almost half of the trip, so I leave it like that. So if we test it like that, we test it like that, but I don't think it will influence too much the consumption even if I start now the climatic system, because most of the energy will come from the battery. So yeah, I don't think it uses too much energy. Direction is quite good. It's somewhere in the middle, not super, I can't say it's super assisted, and it's somewhere in the middle. It's exactly how it's supposed to be for such a car. But surprisingly, the suspension, I'm surprised how good they are set up, because somehow it's not very look, they're not very stiff. They're somehow on the comfortable side, and I'm so surprised how good they manage to be in comparison with other cars from other bigger category, right? Because I remember I drive some bigger cars where I expect to be super comfy and they weren't, and I drive this and I expect to be a little bit stiffer, and because it's small and I was expect to be I don't know, but the suspension are quite fine, man. I like it. And I like also when you drive a little bit more dynamic in curves that it is quite stable. I mean, it sits quite good on the road. I think I go here. Oh, and I like also this button here, the hazard light button. It's perfectly placed, so you can access it super quick, which is important, you know, when you have an emergency or something like that, or when you want to thanks to someone. I think that's an important part. You see, right now we are driving in electric mode, so for most of the time in the slow speeds, at slow speeds, when you have enough energy in the battery, we'll drive, you know, in traffic, small traffic like this, we'll drive only in electric mode, which is, man, it's so good because you can save so much energy. The car, it's much more efficient like that, and from my point of view, this is very important. So we can definitely go like that, and then it's perfect. We can keep on this lane and go outside here. And here, check it out. It's quite fine. I hope tomorrow will not be so foggy, because I want to film something with the car, so we will see. But this is the second test drive that I do with the car today, and I get the car with 130 kilometer range, and I still have 109 kilometer, and I'm so impressed with the consumption. I mean, it has 36 liter, the tank, the fuel tank, but it's so efficient. I think you can make 800 kilometer with it without any problem with such a small tank. It's crazy. In the turning circle, it's extremely good, as expected for such a small car. It's agile, you turn it very easy in small spaces. I like that. This is quite important. So let's go out here. Oh, we can go right here. I want to park. I want to show you also the reverse camera, which came standard in Europe at least. All the cars will come with a reverse camera, even the entry-level version, because it's mandatory. That's the thing, you know. So let's go around here, so we can park it around here. You can see the camera. It's fine. I like the screen that it's pretty big, so you have a pretty good view. Also, mirrors are big, so it helps you a lot to park the car. And it has sensors, front, rear sensors, which also again help you a lot to put the car in the perfect position. You have park, electronic handbrake, auto hold, physical button for different driving modes, even for EV mode. 4.4 liter, guys, consumption in the cold weather. Pretty cold with a cold engine. So yeah, I guess that was the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get some useful information from here. If you still have questions, ask me down below. Whatever question you have, guys, I will be happy to answer you. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my videos. I really appreciate you. Thank you for support. Thank you to all the members, to all of you guys for being here. Don't miss out the test drive and the full review. If you want to see the car, definitely check out Toyota Bucharest South. I will leave the link in the description. And yeah, from my point of view, you know, Toyota Yaris is probably one of the best city cars, and it's super efficient, super comfy, have plenty of space, and yeah, it's a great buy. Anyway, that was the video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. I love to hear from you. Write me in the comments if you have something to add on, and we see us soon in the next one. Bye, guys. Seats feel soft, yet hold you tight. Can you touch the dash? Feel the light. Is the multimedia screen big and clear? Can you trust the tech to steer you near?